This is chapter 22 in the book Goddess Calling, Inspirational Messages and Meditations of Sacred Feminine Liberation Theology. And the title of this meditation is Goddess of Spring, the Potential Within or Interfaith, although it's really good for any time of the year. So as we begin, find a comfortable position. Close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath and breathe. Breathe in and out. Breathe in for 5 counts and out for 5 counts. Allow your mind to release any thoughts as you make ready for our inner journey. Let the suggestions of the journey unfold on the movie screen of your third eye. Continue to breathe in and out. Drop into that special place you go to receive suggestions from the divine or your higher self. Allow, allow, allow. Be ready to open yourself to ideas and guidance important for you to grasp. Again, breathe. Allow. Allow yourself to be a container, filling up with inspiration and wisdom you might glean from this journey. Let your consciousness go deeper, moving away from this place where you sit. It is as if you were sinking into luxurious pillows or walking down a flight of stairs. One step at a time, you go deeper and deeper with each step. Continue breathing and relax. Keep moving down that staircase to the potent darkness of your being. Keeping your eyes closed, you allow the movie screen of your mind to switch on, and you see you have just transported to the most beautiful meadow. The sun is shining high in the bright blue sky, and you feel its warmth. You see flocks of birds overhead and hear their calls. The clouds are like fluffy wads of cotton in the heavens. Lowering your eyes as you look around, you see a grove of trees before you. You hear the tap, tap, tap of the red-headed woodpeckers on the ancient trunks. There are spatterings of flowers growing here and there, blue irises, yellow daffodils. You look down and see you are standing in a field of green clover. You notice some of the leaves have 3 leaves and others 4. You feel truly lucky to be alive and embraced in Mother Nature's garden. Then you realize you hear the rush of water behind you, and you might even feel a light spray of wetness. Turning around, you see a magnificent waterfall. You take it in, the beauty of it. You feel drawn to move toward the flowing water, being a creature of water that you are. As you walk toward the life-giving liquid, you see the other creatures that the water has also attracted. There are frogs and turtles making their way along the banks of the waterfall's pool. Fish are abundant in the waters. Purple water lilies float upon the surface. There's even a timid young doe getting a drink. Then you notice, playing in some high grasses just alongside the water's edge, is a clutch of white rabbits. Some are nibbling the green blades of grass. Others are taking care of their young ones. All are busy playing in Gaia's garden. Moving closer to the waterfall, you notice there seems to be a path of stones that will take you behind the falling water. You sense the cool darkness there, and it calls to you. Stepping along the path, you reach out for a tree to steady you. As you do, you notice that the branches are filled with birds, and their joyful songs uplift your spirits even higher. Your keen eyes notice the many nests in the branches, and one nest, very close to you, holds several pale blue eggs. Soon the mother bird returns to tend this nest, and you continue along your stone path leading behind the waterfall. You are grateful for the glimpse of life you saw within the branches. Soon you are behind the waterfall, and your eyes have to adjust to the darkness. You realize this cave behind the water's edge goes deep into the mountain. You feel perfectly at ease as you begin to go deeper within the cave. There is a peace and serenity in its coolness that lures you still deeper. Looking down, you notice some squirrels retrieving nuts they've hidden among the rocks. And the white rabbits you saw earlier are also here. They take no notice of you, so you decide to sit upon a large rock, perfectly positioned to be a comfortable seat. Here you enjoy simply watching the rabbits and squirrels go about doing the things that they do. Suddenly, you see a white mist that seems to emanate from the rear of the deep chasm before you. The mist swirls and moves toward you and around you, piquing your curiosity. You wonder at your fearlessness, but you feel secure in this womb-like space. Within seconds, the mist seems to take a more solid shape, and you hear a gentle voice. Do not be afraid. I am here to teach you that which you seek. Trusting and curious, you sit and wait for what might happen next. Within a few seconds, the mist has taken the form of a beautiful woman who reaches out with her hand and touches the top of your head, gifting you with vision. You see in this vision a woman on a throne, flanked by two lions. To her right is her consort on his throne. You see the consort's skin is a pale green, like the flowering earth. From a large seed on his lap, you see vines and flowers growing forth. They entwine around his royal chair and encompass his body, becoming his clothing. Then, in what seems like time-lapsed photography, the growth matures, growing larger, fuller, greener, more abundant. The divine feminine tells you to look upon his face as it morphs from one face to another. Without knowing exactly how, you intuit that you are seeing the faces of the great old gods or consorts of goddess: Tammuz, Osiris, Dionysus, Attis, and Jesus, the flowering, dying, and rising kings. She smiles at you and says, "They are one." The spring goddess touches your head again, and the scene changes. Your seat is now within a nest-like enclosure, and all around you are colored eggs. You see red and blue, yellow and green. Some have symbols on them: flowers, spirals, ankhs, crosses, wavy lines, interlocking triangles. She points to one egg, and you know you are meant to touch it. As you do, you hear the words, "Ah, the garden. There is wisdom and magic in all my creations." You smile at Ostara in amazement. Yes, you know her by her name now. She is Ostara, the goddess of spring. She points to another egg, which you touch. Again, you hear words of wisdom. When I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. This makes you smile, and you exchange an understanding glance with Ostara, who points to a yellow egg just within reach. Again, you hear her words. Within you, there is an inner seed of radiance awaiting to grow. You are aglow with these truths and hopefulness. You then noticed that the mist that was Ostara is beginning to fade. Slowly, slowly, you are alone once again in the dark womb of Gaia. But as you look down, there at your feet, there remains one red egg. You know this egg is yours to keep. As you reach down and touch it, you are gifted with one more last seedling of truth that might grow within you. Sit a minute with the red egg and let that wisdom enter your heart and mind. If you haven't received the message yet, don't worry yourself. It will come. Take the red egg with you, take it home, put it upon your altar so that it is a constant reminder of the wonders of this journey and the potential of both spring and the dark places. You rise now and begin to exit the cave. You take one last look at the white rabbits as they frolic in the safety of the mother's embrace. As you reach the stone pathway leading outside, the bright sunlight warms your skin once again, and you decide to sit for a moment at the bank of the pool. As you lower your feet into the waters, so teeming with life, that sudden shock of cold transports you back here with us quickly but safely. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. Maybe wiggle your toes. Stretch. Say your name out loud. And to take this a little further for your community or group, here's an enactment you might do in conjunction with this meditation. You might consider setting up an altar and on it put a basket of those plastic eggs that twist apart that you see at Easter time. Type or write on small slips of paper positive affirmations or qualities one might want to bring into their lives. Put the slips of paper into the eggs and allow your group to take an egg that calls to them when they come out of the meditation or group ritual. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for listening.